Hello, it is Dix again. A little bit late, considering this tournament was actually wrapped up about 2-3 months ago. Yeah, sorry about that. Exam season, that kind of thing, you know, catches up on you. But I am back on the SONM network just to wrap up these kind of videos. I will be back as well, hopefully to do my own kind of series. I was hoping to do a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon one actually, might do that. But yeah, let's get into this anyway. This is the second quarterfinal between Jezo and Nintendo Ninja. Nintendo Ninja beat Return of the Dan in the previous round to get to this round, whereas Jezo beat Met. I think I got that right round. Yeah, Jezo beat Met in the first round. So yeah, this is the second quarterfinal between these two guys, and let's get into it. Now, Jezo leads with Garvantula, whereas Nintendo Ninja leads with Klefki. Now, Garvantula will usually go for Sticky Web leads, and Klefki is usually like since it's got the ability Prankster, it gets a priority raise on all non-attacking moves, which is really good. So usually Klefki will like go for taunts, or it'll go for spikes, that kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. It does look like Jezo's a Sticky Web team though, because what Sticky Web does is it will lower the speed of something by one stage when they switch it in on the Sticky Web, unless they're a flying type or have levitate. Then it doesn't affect them. Sticky Web is very, very good to have on a team, which is quite powerful, but not necessarily fastest, because then you can have things that can hit hard and outspeed things which would normally be faster than you. So it's very, very good to have on a thing like Akira in black, even Tyranitar if that's a defensive one. Latios as well, even though Latios are still quite fast, they aren't quite the top speed tier necessarily. Nintendo Ninja's team looks to be fairly standard. Yeah, both of these teams have Rotom Wash Lando cores, which is kind of the usual kind of thing in OU. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how the battle plays out. Now, Klefki does open with screens. Now, what screens do is they raise your entire team's special defense by 2 for about 5 to 7 turns, which is very good. Whereas Jezo's Garvantula went for Sticky Web there, and then he's switched straight into Lando's T. I guess he maybe didn't want. I'm not sure why he wouldn't have gone for the Volt Switch there. I'm not completely sure anyway. But yeah, a little bit of switching going around here. Lando T did get Toxic, which could be a problem, but Lando's Terrian, they usually use U-turn quite a lot, so that Toxic will keep on resetting, and the poison won't rack up as much as you'd initially think. Klefki is revealed to have Flash Cannon. Usually they would run Foul Play, but Flash Cannon is a good viable option, obviously because it's a stab steel move, it's viable. Lando T goes for an Earthquake, and it's a good prediction for Nintendo Ninja, and looks like that's going to be the end of Lando T. Jezo's Lando's Terrian, although as he predicted the Earthquake and the Toxic racked up on him a bit. So that's one down for Nintendo Ninja, and another one down with a crit knockoff. I assume that mattered there. But really, I don't know why he would have switched in Garvantula, because I don't think he really could have done anything unless he had Hidden Power Ice or something like that. This is an interesting development here. It looks like they've double switched into these two guys, and Tyranitar goes for a Mega Evolves and goes for a Dragon Dance, which is actually very scary. This thing has got a lot of attack, not so much an amazing amount of speed, but with the speed boost and with the amount of bulk it already has, this could be very scary. You see how much that is doing to what is a defensive Rotom. That is very, very powerful. So looks like Jezo is in a bit of a driving seat here. He may have been one down, but he's brought it back a bit here with this Dragon Dance boost he's got on his Mega. What Klefki can do here is he can get that priority move in. He gets the priority Toxic in, which might not work completely. It might limit Tyranitar a bit, but what might have been better is if he had T-Wave he could have used on a Tyranitar or something. Klefki doesn't. Usually a Prankster Toxic isn't necessarily as good because it's not necessarily as needed. If something's outspeeding you, then you're going to want to slow it down, so T-Waves are usually quite good for Thunder Waves, paralysing, whereas Toxic will only really be that useful on walls. So it looks like Tyranitar is kind of ploughing through this team a bit. Landorus Terrier does end up outspeeding, so I'm assuming it's a Scarf one, so he does make a bit of a mistake there, but saying that, whether he'd even have killed it, because lots of Landorus Terriers will run lots of speed, but not necessarily run lots of attack, so that is the thing. Turns out Nintendo Ninja has a Mega Slowbro. I think that's actually been banned since this it's been recorded, just goes to show how long this has been kind of around. I don't know if it has been banned or not. I haven't played Pokemon for a while, but anyway, Slowbro ends up being a Rest Talk set, but luckily for Jezo, he has Energy Ball on his Latios, which is quite unusual for your usual Latios. Usually they'll just run Draco Meteor and just smack everything that doesn't resist it. But it does look like Jezo's going to wrap it up here because he's had that Energy Ball. Otherwise, that Slowbro didn't look like it was going to get killed by anything really. Slowbro is very bulky, especially in Mega form. So looks like Kyurem Black can just come out, eat up a hit from Landorus Terrier, and hit him with Dragon move, and that is game. So Jezo wins his rounds to quarterfinal. Nintendo Ninja is out. It was a good little battle. Kind of a bit scrappy. Wasn't many like outstanding like kind of plays or anything. It was just kind of like end up that things played out and someone won. It's often how it goes with Pokemon. Even Nintendo Ninja getting that crit knockoff didn't really matter at the end of the day with the battle. Maybe if Landorus Terrier could have outspeeded the Tyranitar earlier and killed it, we don't know. It's difficult to really speculate. Either way, more of these battles will be coming, so keep an eye out. I've been Dix, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.